Today I wanted to talk about something that most of us have been requesting in Anime Vanguards for a long time, and that is a free way to farm rerolls. And this method or way is actually pretty interesting, so we're gonna talk about it in today's video. By the way guys, if you enjoyed the content, then please don't forget to like and subscribe. Our goal is to reach 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and only you can help me attain that. So please, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Also, we're gonna be doing some giveaways at 40,000 subscribers, so yeah, subscribe guys. Alright, so the new way to farm rerolls is actually going to be Paragon stages. Now, there's a lot of other ways to farm rerolls, like level milestones. But let's say, for example, you already got level 100. There's also the battle pass because they did introduce a new battle pass. But apart from that, actually, there's other ways, or there's more ways to farm rerolls. You can get 50 from trait rerolls right here. There's also achievements, unit achievements, wherein you could get rerolls as well. This is Sasuke, right? So you can so if you can clear the stats or the rewards for Sasuke, then you can get 20 rerolls from this, and you can also do that the same with Shadow Commander or Igris. So the requirements, or the quests or achievements here are kind of difficult, especially since boss events aren't even in the game anymore. But you can also get some achievements from that. But again, the consistent way of farming rerolls is officially here in the game. You can consistently farm it, although there's technically no limit to how much rerolls you can farm. However, there is something to take note of, that being that Paragon stages are actually relatively difficult, right? Like for example, Paragon stages, if you do Paragon level 1, I think there's a leaderboard for Paragon. Alright, so now let's actually hop into Paragon stages. Again, technically, okay, this is limited, or not limited. Technically, it's infinite and completely refarmable. However, as you guys will see later, it's actually not as simple as you would expect. Just to be clear though, with Paragon stages, and just to be absolutely transparent with you guys, it is very difficult. Just for your information, I am currently in stage 18. You can see by how many modifiers I have that my stage isn't really that high yet, but I'm already struggling. And I have Monarch Gojo, Ethereal Igris, and I have a good stats Toji, right? Not necessarily a Monarch Toji, but I already have a Monarch Gojo, which is probably the unit with the most amount of damage in this update, and I'm struggling quite a lot already, okay? I've had some runs where I've lost, and it's already pretty difficult at stage 18. So I'm assuming that for most people, a lot of you guys out there will more than definitely not be able to get to like around stage 50 even. Maybe even stage 30 or 40. A lot of you guys out there will not be able to get this high stage, especially without the best units and whatnot, right? So that's one thing that I want to mention as well, because it's very important to mention that. So yeah. So essentially Paragon stages now, okay, right, so there's many different cards now that you could pick. So for example, there's regen, there's shield, whatever. So there's many different cards now that you could pick here in Anime Vanguard's Paragon stages, and it is actually clearly much difficult than it was before. It's very, very noticeably difficult than what it was before. And essentially how this works is every 10 Paragon stages, not waves, every 10 Paragon stages, you can get 3 rerolls, right? Every 10 Paragon stages, you can get 3 rerolls. And as it currently stands, the highest in the leaderboard, which probably has a ton of Monarch units, has around 200 waves, something like that, or 200 stages. Around 200 stages, I believe, in the max of the Paragon stages. So if the max or the number 1 in the leaderboard has around 200 stages in Paragon, then that means in one Paragon stage, or in one map, because all the maps have Paragon, you could get around, so 200 is the max, so you divide that by 10 because you get 10, so 200 is the highest in the leaderboard. So, this is potentially where it's going to be super difficult for most people. Again, technically you could get more than 200, but it's unlikely because of how difficult it's going to be. And then every 10 waves you get 3 rerolls, so 200 divided by 10 equals 20 times 3 equals 60 rerolls. So you get around 60 rerolls. I don't know if my math is wrong, I think it's correct, but you get 60 rerolls per map. And since there's 4 maps, you could technically get around 240 rerolls on all 4 maps. But this is if you can get to 200 waves, right? If this is, you can start, not 200 waves, 200 stages. This is if you could get to the high 200 stages, because trust me, again, it's not really that easy. 200 stages is very difficult, especially if you don't have the perfect traits. Like if you don't have Monarch, if you don't have Ethereal, if you don't have Dead, if you don't have Monarch or Ethereal. I think even Ethereal is weak. I think it's mostly just Monarch. If you don't have Monarch, it's gonna be difficult to get to that high stage, right? So technically, it's probably gonna be way lower than 200. But again, this is a new way to farm rerolls consistently, right? Like you can farm rerolls here, and maybe in the next update, they're gonna clear Paragon stages again, and then you could farm rerolls again. So something like that could potentially happen. Remember that in Anime Vanguards, they're never going to make farming rerolls easier. Okay, they're never gonna make farming rerolls as easy as it is in AnimeDefenders or Anime Last Stand. They're going to make rerolls, they're going to give ways to farm rerolls. It's not going to be completely pay to win, but it's also not going to be completely easy, right? That's not the design of Anime Vanguards, and I think honestly it's kind of fine that way, so that not everybody's running around with Monarch. But again, this is something that's a step in the right direction, because they actually added Paragon stage, or they actually added rerolls into Paragon stages, and eventually when we get more maps, and then the more maps we get, the more that we could farm, and then also since they're most likely going to be clearing or resetting Paragons, every leaderboard, then you could continuously farm this. Once you have like 5 maps, 7 maps in the future, then you could be farming all of those for rerolls, right? And that's pretty good, right? That's actually pretty good, because imagine in the future when we have like 7 maps. Right now we have 4. Eventually we're gonna have 10, more than that, and then you can farm all of those for rerolls. You could get a lot of rerolls. And then, by the time that the update comes out, they will probably reset the Paragon in order for a leaderboard reset to happen. And, you could get all your stuff, all the rerolls, and then, you could redo it all over again, right? So it is a new way to farm rerolls now, technically, okay? It's now technically a new way to farm rerolls. But it's still not the best, but it's definitely much better than what AnimeDefenders had. This is definitely a step in the right direction. So what I'm gonna do is go to Paragon level 10, Paragon stage 10, and show you guys what you could potentially get. Here is actually another good thing about the Paragon stages in Anime Vanguards, because you can actually also get something that's very important that I don't want to spoil. I'll show you what it is in a little bit. I don't want to spoil it, but this is the 5th stage, by the way, and take a look at what we're gonna get. Stat chips. So every 5 waves you can get 1 stat chip, and I know it's pretty small, but considering how there's not really that many places where you can grind stat chips, this is actually pretty good, because you could get 2 in 10 waves. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going and show you what you could get at the 10th stage. And you also get super stat chips every 8 stages apparently. So as you guys can see right here, I got super stat chips as well on the 8th stage, which is actually pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. So here is when I think we're supposed to be getting the trait rerolls here. So this was about an hour plus of grinding. So okay, 3 trait rerolls after about an hour something of grinding. So is it good? Honestly, it's pretty decent, I'd say, but it genuinely took me about an hour of grinding to get the 3 trait rerolls. But again, this is decent. Not that bad, honestly. I think it's not that bad, especially if once we have more Paragon stages eventually. This is genuinely going to be pretty good. So cool. If you enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate all your love and support, guys. And yeah, that's gonna be it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.